EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fields in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. His first carry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 40 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Switching it up. Corral going to throw here. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. On 3rd down, Corral. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Herbert. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run with Hines, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff.
Agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. This is Hines. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Burns. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Herbert throwing again. He'll check this down to Hines. Touchdown! Nyheim Hines from 8 yards out. And the Bears are able to move back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On the play fake, Corral. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action here. Corral. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Slot man moves right. Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Going deep for Walker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding Walker, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this 1st half as the kick gets away. Taken in at the 3. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Corral throwing for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Here's Hines. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
On 6-yard loss, it's 4th down.
4th down. Here's Corral. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Hines. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd and a couple, Herbert. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Howard. Touchdown, Bears! O.J. Howard from 6 yards away. And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
10. Kevin McPherson reception kickoff.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Corral sets up play action. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. Corral with it, 1st down here. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Corral. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, Corral. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, 30 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hines, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going deep for Walker. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert flush to his right. Touchdown! Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now the Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.